Hi, this is Josh Marshall from TPM Media. It's Tuesday, May 6, 2008, and this is our special Indiana-North Carolina primary night preview. You know, tonight should seem something like the finale of the Democratic primary and caucus process because of the 404 delegates, elected delegates that are still left to be won, 187 of them will be won tonight. In practice, though, it looks like each candidate is going to win one of the primaries and that there'll be relatively close margins, and so the delegate count will basically be a wash. And that means a month more of agony till there's any hope that this is over. Now, let's take a look at the polls and what we should expect tonight. Now, every pollster agrees that Barack Obama is running ahead in North Carolina. His margins range anywhere from 3 points to 14 points. In Indiana, all but one of the pollsters have Clinton ahead with ranges from 4 to 12 points. But there's one exception, and that's John Zogby, who has Obama up by 2 points. Now, Zogby also has the biggest margin for Obama in North Carolina, and Zogby's record this year has been kind of spotty in terms of whether he gets anywhere near to what the final result is. So what's going on here? Now, it's a little less of a mystery if you look closely at Zogby's poll numbers, because what they have is really high numbers of undecided voters. In Indiana, for instance, where again he has Obama up by 2 points, he has 12% of the electorate undecided the day before the election. Now, we've seen a pretty consistent pattern through this election season of undecided voters breaking for Hillary Clinton at the last moment. So again, if you look at that really high number of undecideds, what Zogby's showing isn't necessarily that much different from what we're seeing in the other polls, which is a Clinton margin of anywhere from 3 or 4 points to as much as a dozen in Indiana. Now, here's one warning for the faint of heart for tonight's results. The first polls close in Indiana at 6 p.m., so you figure we'll probably start seeing some exit polls in the very late afternoon. But here's the thing, going back over this entire cycle, the exit polls, which are at the beginning, remember, unweighted, the exit polls have consistently overstated Barack Obama's margin in, I think, almost every election this cycle. So if you see exit polls with Barack Obama in a dead heat with Hillary Clinton in Indiana, remember they showed the exact same thing in Pennsylvania, where she beat him by almost 10 points. Now, here's one last point to keep in mind. It's a trend that's really become more and more clear, but very few commentators have mentioned. And that is, the more ridiculous or nonsensical statements Hillary Clinton makes, the better she seems to do in the polls. You remember a few weeks ago, she said we would obliterate Iran if they attacked Israel.
We would be able to totally obliterate them.
Just a couple days ago, she lashed out at economists for trying to dominate the conversation about how we run the U.S. economy.
I'm not going to put my lot in with economists.
And then only yesterday, she declared that she is going to apparently break up OPEC. So we'll have to look at tonight's results as a referendum on whether Hillary's effort to portray herself as someone who goes around blowing up other countries and, you know, carrying a six-shooter in her pocket, if that's successful or not. I'm Josh Marshall from TPM Media, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
I love to sit and have a drink with Hillary. She loves to sit and throw them back. I mean, we all hear about the story that she and John McCain actually had a shot contest, I think in the Ukraine or somewhere around the world, and she actually beat John McCain in a shot contest. You know, she's a girl from Illinois who, you know, likes to throw them down with the rest of us.